Hi everyone, Coach Sullivan here again with MGS Coaching Football. To my subscribers, to thank you, and to non-subscribers, I really hope you do. Just completed my 38th year coaching football as a defensive coordinator, but over that time, I've been an offensive coordinator, special teams coordinator, longtime head coach, and all of this at both the collegiate and high school levels. In this presentation, I want to talk to you about one of our 3-4 sniper games that we call Bison. Okay, and that's going to be significant. The letter B, and we use it versus when we're expecting either zone power read or an RPO off of both. Okay, so the first key term, I got key terms over here, then I'll bring it to life for you over here, is the Bison itself. And see that letter B, that means we're moving to the back. Okay, we're moving to the back. And so what we're trying to do in Bison is we're trying to take aim at the quarterback read, not the quarterback himself, the quarterback read. And that's the sniper. Okay, so we're going to take aim at the read. It involves, in this case, it's going to involve the D line, the inside and outside linebacker. Okay, as you'll see. And then it's going to end up being a quarterback give read zone and power read. So I've got that for you over here, all drawn up. Okay. So the purpose of Bison number 2 is we want to determine the read for the quarterback. You know, this is a time the offenses the last 10 years or so really taking it to defenses, keep trying to keep us on our heels, dictate to us their read, right? Put us in space and conflict. The sniper package game, Bison, does the opposite. We on defense are determining for the offense what their read will be. The next thing we're going to do, letter B here, is we're going to mix up who the quarterback defenders are. Okay, so versus zone read, the quarterback defenders are going to be certain people, as you'll see. And on a power read, be somebody else, right? So it's going to mix it up. Letter C, we're also going to have multiple quarterback defenders for both zone and power read, and I'll show that to you momentarily, okay? And all of this is a part of the sniper game that we call Bison. And then letter D, this also gives us the ability to sell out on the dive and the inside read. Okay, which the dive is for the zone read, the inside read is the quarterback on the power read. Okay. Number 3 here is we also have coverage versatility. All right, I have it drawn up here. I will give you the full call in a second, but we play our base match quarters, and we can also play RPO coverages specific to the RPO. We're expecting an RPO. All right, now it's also good in case they just come out 3-step and throw a Virginia at us. Not subscribers, push that button. Okay, but when you really have tendencies or facing teams that's their bread and butter right now, zone power read and RPO game, here you go. Okay, and then number 4, it is best versus an offset halfback, although it is possible to run it versus pistol, but I'm going to show it to you today versus an offset halfback. All right, so now let's develop these key terms over here. And before I do anything, I'm not going to get into the whole blocking schemes and gap scheme on the play side and pull and for the power read. I'm not going to do that. I'm not even going to get into, full zone, zone on, zone off for the zone read. I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to show you what the defensive line does, how the inside and outside linebacker is affected versus zone read, then show it to you how they're affected versus power read. So I will illustrate the zone read in green because that will be coming over here. I'll get to something else in a second. And the power read, quarterback, halfback in red coming over here. The defense, the reactions will always be in black. So I have this versus 11 gun Dallas away, and I'll explain all that in a second. It's middle of the field, right? It's a condensed board, so it's not exactly to scale, so please factor all that in. So the away, that means the tight end. So in our huddle formation column, we would say gun Dallas away. 11 would be in the personnel column, and that we teach the players it's 11. You see gun Dallas away. That means the back is away from the tight end. On the field, you're going to hear east, right? Because it's on the right. That's the East Coast, right? East is on the right, cardinal directions. East equals Ringo. We make that call for our defensive line, as you'll see. But what you also got to teach your players, collegiate level, high school level, prep level, right? In what plays are possible. So when the back is offset east, the zone read is possible on the right. Now, I'm not talking about wide receiver Mac motion here. No motion. Then the power read is possible opposite the back over here. So you got to teach your players that, okay, as you install everything. So in this case, as we're installing a sniper game that we call Bison, okay? So let me draw up Bison first, and as I do that, okay, the power read key has got the triangle around it. That's the end, the defensive end opposite the halfback. The zone read key has the square around it. That's the stud in this case on the side of the halfback. Okay, so here's Bison, and this is the key to the B, right? Moving to the back. East, east, east equals Ringo. That's the linebackers making that call. Defensive line knows they're going to the call. Okay, so I'll start with the power read key opposite. Snap the ball. He is slanting and penetrating B gap. To the right, Ringo. Nose. Slanting A gap. To the right, because it's Ringo. The defensive end on the side of the call. So Ringo's always the stud. They're left and right. Non-subscribers. What's meant by shuffle technique. He's taking slant steps to the right, but then he slants and sits. Okay, so he's going to dip, rip, and sit. All right, our slant technique, dip and rip, right? We don't want to have much contact, if any, with the offensive lineman. So the shuffle technique, dip and rip, sit. And we say sit at the heels of the offensive tackle. Shuffle technique, dip, rip, and sit. And so now you are showing yourself to the quarterback. Okay? So as I said up top here, if quarterback determining, taking aim at the quarterback read, it's a give read versus the zone read. Okay, so now, right, quarterback, halfback. We'll say it's an inside zone read, okay? Here it is. Well, that's telling him to give the football. Okay, it's telling him to give the football. So, shuffle technique, dip, rip, and sit. At the heels, and we know the tackle's moving and all that, but if he takes the steps correctly and finishes it, he'll be sitting where he's supposed to be. Dip, rip, and sit. Square, hot feet, quarterback defender. You see, he did in fact give the football. Then you're going to just fold in late. Okay, fold in late. All right? So what's meant by here, the backer, right? Inside linebacker on the side of the back is automatically in static, which means mesh, right? ZR. In each case, I have, since he's quarterback on both zone read and power read, he's not even a factor in power read. It takes care of him. In every other case, linebacker, safety, opposite inside linebacker, opposite outside linebacker, opposite safety. Okay, we got zone read, power read in each case. So ZR, PR. Static means he reads the mesh and zone read. So he just sits, right? He's got staggered stance, back foot, sit and zit, read the mesh. Anticipating a give, but just in case, you're a quarterback defender as well. Okay, so he gives it. Okay, right? So now he reads the mesh. 51, opposite A gap. Okay, he's opposite A gap. If the quarterback kept it, See, he's an extra quarterback. He's inside quarterback. He's outside quarterback. Not likely. The quarterback made a big mistake if he kept it, but it's possible. Okay? Here, static, orbit, zone read. Just in case, the read is here for the run, here for the pass. Okay, whoop, keep it, and now you're not moving, so you're not giving him a read as an outside linebacker. Orbit. Okay, so he doesn't move either. He's outside foot. He's hot. So it's a static read for the quarterback. You're not helping him by expanding or moving. You're just sitting there. Okay? And then on the zone read, he's what we call stack. He fits on either side where the ball is. So when you're in space like this, it's like having two force defenders on the run. Okay, you get more space to defend, so you get one more extra defender. He makes him right. There you go, non-subscribers. There's a freebie. But versus the zone read, he's sitting and zitting as well. He's not screaming downhill. We got plenty of help there. If the quarterback were to keep it, he's now thinking quarterback help, although he realizes you've got two, possibly three. So now he's thinking more of the P, the pass part of the RPO. Okay, so that takes care of the zone read. Right? So over here, zone read, okay, he's reading the surface. He's more concerned with the surface. So if he's got that full zone read, then he's a 51 and he's playing for that dive. Right? So we got all the gaps are covered here. All the gaps are covered. Okay? He reads the hat. He's also a dive guy in the zone read. He's coming down as well. He's a dive guy. So we got plenty of help in the box for the dive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Plenty of help. All righty. So now let's transition to the power read. Okay. Sorry. So now you get the power read, right? There's the outside portion. There's the inside portion. So there's outside. There's inside. So remember now, power read. There's the read key. So I'm not going to get into the down blocks and the pulls and all that stuff. Okay? All right, so everything happens the same. Ringo, ball snap, slant B, slant A, shuffle tech, right? Dip, rip, and sit. Boom. He sees the mo. He realizes he's not going to be much help, but he's still going to fold in. Why not, right? He's still going to fold in. Because he can help. He's going to sit and zit. He's going to fold in. All right? He is in a position where, okay, power read. He's got the A gap covered. He is going to follow a pull. He's a quarterback defender inside. He's a quarterback defender inside. So the quarterback, we got all these gaps covered. Quarterback. Stub on the power read means safety and B gap. So on that power read, right, he's folding in. He can help in the B gap. He's available to help in the B gap. So if that guard pulls, this linebacker is gone. Pull, 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 pull. Looking to patch over any down. Again, I said I wasn't going to get into the scheme. So now I'm getting a little carried away because I'm getting excited. Okay? But now this is going to be, right, a give read, because we're reading him, so the ball should be given here, right? The ball should be given, so now he's available. He's got outside on the power read. It's sky support, so he's got outside on the power read. So we got 1, 2, right, to play the outside. He's available to protect the sideline. We've got the quarterback taken care of. Okay, so we like to run Bison when the quarterback's the guy you're trying to stop. So take aim at his read, make him give it. So now you've got a guy screaming down in force, an outside linebacker who also has the outside. We've got the outside taken care of. He's scraping to the gap, right? Quarterback. He'll be a quarterback folding in, quarterback, right? We got it covered. So now you've got 1, 2, 3 available to take care of the outside. 1, 2, 3. He's going to take quarterback only if the quarterback shows himself in C gap. So quarterback, C gap, B gap, A gap, right? We got it covered. So if the quarterback does not show into C gap, he's going to keep on going to help with the outside. We have 3 on the outside. It's a beautiful thing. Okay? So in review, sniper game Bison, we're taking aim at the quarterback's read. We're moving to the back, Bison. It's a give read. For the power read, it's a give read for the zone read. Right? We have both phases covered. Quarterback dive on the zone, quarterback outside the halfback on the power read. It's all covered, and we're solid and sound in the pass game for the RPO because we're allowed to play our base coverage or our RPO specific coverage. So if you push the button, non-subscribers, you'll have access to my RPO coverage playlist. Woo! So again, as I said to my subscribers, I thank you. Non-subscribers, I hope I've teased you into it. To everybody, questions, please reach out to me, coachmjsullivan@gmail.com. And I'd like to thank YouTube for this platform. So coaches, let's help each other out.